Hello and welcome to this week tutorial. In this week tutorial, we'll be creating a full complete website. Will be responsive from start to finish with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So this is our finished project right here, as you can see on the screen. It's gonna be a creative agency project website page. So from the start, we had our logo, the menu, and this button right here, with this nice hover animation. Attend to the 3D button. We have this big hero section that do the whole screen right here, and we scroll down, we have this service section with the picture on the left and these columns right here. And here we have our portfolio with a nice hover effect. As you can see, when we put our mouse over it, this image zoom in. We had this, the brand, the service that was provided, and we had this button with a view icon, view case study. And we scroll down, we had a team session with a 4 column, and when you hover it, you also see the zoom effects. And we scroll down, we had our articles, black section, also with a zoom effect. See this black section stretch from the side to side. And then we have our contact section with our input field right here, and a button, and had a footer section. Everything gonna be responsive. So I right click, choose inspect, and choose the responsive. So this is our mobile. Click it, slide in, everything right here. Click away, it goes away. Everything set, be nicely responsive, as you can see. I just said we had 2 columns right here, 2 columns, 2 columns, 2 columns. Oh. As we get bigger, now going back to the desktop view, as you can see, when we scroll down, it changed the background color, everything. Go back to the 2 column right here at the image, 2 column, the 4 columns, and the 4 columns. So that's what we're going to be working on in this video. So without further ado, let's get started. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Marius, and on this channel I create web design and development tutorial. So if there's something that interests you, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon. Don't miss my tutorial when I release them. So as I said in the introduction, this week tutorial will be creating this creative agency website. Gonna be mobile first, responsive, work on mobile, tablet, and desktop. So without further ado, let's get started. So I had a blank page where we're gonna be starting from scratch, and here I have my HTML boilerplate. Here I just had the link to the Google font and the remix icon for this icon right here, and this session layout for our header, hero, all of that, and my JavaScript linked at the bottom. So without further ado, working on the header. So first I use the header element with a class header. Inside the header, I will create my container class. We wrap around the nav, and through my nav with a class called header nav. Inside of the header nav, I create a logo. Div with a class called logo. It's just gonna be a text called AG. After this one, I create the UL with the li with a class with the menu item. So with the UL, I will give it the class called header nav items. Inside here, create li. Inside the li, create anchor element, and now we use the curly bracket and put our home because I want to create a total of 6 menu item. So I'll wrap this one in parentheses. At the end, I put them 6. Press enter. It create me li with a anchor element inside of it where all of this called home. And our first li, I will give it a class called active. And our second one, it will be services. And this one will be about portfolio, blog, and contact for the last one. If I save it, we have them right here. Inside of the CSS, we have some stuff right here. But some of the container, that's why it already starts styling them, as you can see right here. But we get to it real soon. So that will be for the item menu item. So we have the logo, this button, and our menu item right here. Now we want to create this button and this icon. So we go down after the URL, create a class called header. That's CTA. We will hold the button, press enter. Inside of it, create anchor element for the class called button. I will leave the href empty, and for the text, I put pull request demo. I save it. We get it right here. And after that, I'll create the menu icon. So I use the button element with the class called header mobile. And inside here we use the is the class, the remix icon class menu dash line. Press enter. I save it. We get our icon here. So we jump to our CSS to style the header. So inside our CSS we had the boilerplate. This started CSS file. We had our colors right here, the typography right here, and the resets on everything. And the background color we set on the body, all of that. The container we set it up. The default button element as a styling. We're gonna add the styling for the button right here later on. We had our heading right here. Now we can start on the header. So I will choose the header class. Say width be 100%. I set a position to be fixed. Set a tab to be 0, left to be 0. I set a Z index to be 15. So you see on top everything. Set a padding to be 1.2 RAM, top and bottom, 0 left and right. And I set a background color to be transparent because of this. I can see say see-through for now, but once it starts scrolling it change color. But right now I'm going to remain transparent. That's why I set the background color to be transparent here. I set transition to be all. Now I use my transition CSS variable, which is 0.35 second in and out. I set a border the bottom to be 0.2 rem, solid, transparent. So reason why I said it like that, so when we scroll, once we got this background color is the same as the body background color, so I added this border on the bottom to differentiate between these two sections. So for now it's set to transparent, so when we start scrolling, we're gonna add a color to this border. So if I save this one, you can see nothing really happens so much. Just add a padding right here. So after this one, I'm gonna say the header, and I have the active class. I'm gonna say the background color. Give it the background color to be the global BG color, and then change the border bottom color to be the gray dark color. Save it. Nothing will happen here because we add this class with JavaScript when we get to the JavaScript section. Now we're gonna work on the header nav, which hold the logo and the menu, all of that. So header, the nav, set display to be flex, set inline item to be center, justify content, center, no space between. Everything gets spread out evenly. If I save this, we get this. So after this one, now we're gonna start signing the logo. Add a class logo. Set up fonts weight to be the variable font with bold. Set a color to be my primary color. I set a font size to be the heading one's font size. Save this. No, font size. Save this. Now we get it right here. As you can see. Now after that, now I'm gonna start styling this menu item. So it's wrap around is a URL with a class header, nav items. Set background color to be the global background color. Set the height be 100 viewport height. Set a position to be fixed. I set a width to be 85%. Set a top to be 0. Left to be 0. Set a padding to be 2 rem. Z index to be 25. I save it. As you can see, it's on top of everything, but it had the same background color as this one. So we're gonna add some. You see right here, add this gray, this colorful section right here. So I'm gonna add it to this. So I'm gonna select it by doing the use the pseudo element, the header, of item, before, set of contents to be empty, the display to be black, position in absolute, rights be 0, tap 0, height 100%. So it's the full height of the original parent, which is this one. So 1 point for height, 100 for height. It's a width to be 0.6 rem, and set a background color to be the primary color. Set the border radius to be 0 for the top left, 0.6 rem for the top right, 0.6 rem for the bottom right, and 0 for the bottom left. If I save this, we get this right here, and this is our menu. Okay, as you can see. Now we're going to start styling this individual one. So say header, nav item, li, the anchor element, the text, transform, uppercase, font weights to be our medium font weight, to be the regular font weight, and then there's text, no, not text, color to be the text color. Save it, add this color. Set display to be block, by default we're inline block. That's why I said that's right here, inline block. Now I want them to stress 100%. Set a border radius to be 0.6 rem. Set a padding to be 1.2 rem. Set a transition to be all a transition variable. Save it. See, nothing really changed here. Now I'm going to add a hover effect in the active. So come down here, I'm going to select this again. To the hover, background color, will be the primary light. Let me add this real quickly. So primary light color, save it. Now let hover it, as you can see right here. Now when it's active, when the li have the class active, you want to do something. I'll set a background color again to this one. I want to change the color to the primary dog. Save it. As you can see right here. Now that's it for this right here. We need to push it out of the way. So we go back to this one right here. Set the transform, translate x to be negative 128%. Now add a transition right here to be transform. Add a property we want to transition. And we're going to use the our variable transition. If I save this one, we slide away. Now I want to slide in when we click on this button. So we're going to set the header nav item and add the active class. Say transform translate x 0. Save it. Nothing will happen. Now we're going to work on this button and this one. So before we work on this button, let's work on this icon right here, because the button has its own section. So scroll all the way back right here again. And we target a header, mobile. And I set the width to be 3.5 RAM. The height 3.5 RAM. Set a background color to be the primary. Light color. Set a display. Reflex. Align item. Center. Justify content. Center output. I set up border radius be 0.6 RAM. I save it. You get this. I'm going to select the icon here, add some font size to it. So header, mobile, and select the I element. Say font size to be 1.6 RAM. Save it. Look at this. Now let's start this button. So I go up right here, start the button right here. Select my button, class. I'll set a padding to be 1.6 RAM. Top and bottom 2 RAM, left and right. Set a background color to be the primary and a paragraph. Say border radius to be 0.6 RAM. Say font size to be 1.4 RAM. Set a color to be the global background color, the font width to be the font weight regular. Say position to be relative. Say display inline block. I set a white space to be no wrap, and text align to be center. Save it. You get this one. Now we need to create this 3D effect right here. So we come down here, create the button again, and we do sudo the before sudo element, set of contents to be empty, set of position be absolute. That's why we set a position to be relative right here. Set up width and height to be 100%. Set up background color with a primary dark color. So top v0 left v0. So the border radius v0.6 rem. Save it. You get this, but it's on top of this one, so we need to push it to back so as z index to be -1. That's a transition. Or save it. Now add a hover effect so the 3D effect can take place. So I go down here, say button, choose the before, before add a hover, then we say transform, translate 0.4 rem and 0.4. So if I hover it, you can see. Now it's just some button S because on this one is stretched from side to side. This one also, from this one button. This one also, because we had a button block class, so we're gonna create that right here, that class right here. So I'm gonna just be that button dash block. We said display to be block, the width to be 100%, and border radius to be 0. That's it. Now this is our stuff on a mobile. We're gonna stay like that. Here the padding changed a little bit, so this one is it's around 900 pixel per pixel of width. So go down right here. So my header right here, I'm gonna change the header padding to be padding 0.6 rem 0. Top and bottom 0, left and right. So a little bit smaller. And then on larger devices, larger than this one, we want to increase the padding again. So I go to next one right here, the 1140, and I choose. Not only that, we change it here, or we bring in this item back, the menu to be like this. So right here, let me shrink this one a little bit. So my header, choose my header. First, I will change the padding, be 1.2 rem, number 0, left and right. To my header. Nav items. Set a background color. Be transparent. Right now it's hitting the slide of the screen. So I want to bring it back here and put it right here. And hide this one and push this one to this side. So background color transparent. Set height to be auto. Set a position. To be initial. Set the width be 100%. Set the transform translate X be 0. Set display be flex. Align item center. Justify content to be center. Save it. You get this, and we still had this before, so we're gonna remove it. So just select this, come down here, choose the before. All has a display to be none. Save it. It's appeared. Now we're gonna work individual of these. So say the header element, align the anchor element. Set a margin 0, top and bottom, 1 rem, left and right. Set font size to be 1.2 rem. Save it. I can see. And I'm gonna set when we start scrolling right now, if you go up like this, we have like this element have white text color. When we hover over it, add this dark text color, but when we scroll, we had dark text color by default. So right here, I'm gonna say color to be the global color. Let's save it. You can see we had this very light gray color. And when our header is how the active class, when they change the background color, we're gonna set the header element, li the anchor element, and also when we hover over this one, we want to change the color instead to be this very light gray to be dark. So we choose the header element, nav item, align anchor, the hover, and the color will be text color. Save it. I can see. Now I'm gonna hide this menu item. So I say header, mobile, display, none. Save it. And the logo still remains the same. Now I'm gonna shrink it back to a mobile size, so we can work on a JavaScript. So when we click, it can show up like this. So we go back here, and I'll open the JavaScript. It's empty right here, and this is gonna be the only JavaScript we write just for this menu and exploring. So I'm gonna create a function called navigation. Inside here, I'm create a constant header. I'm gonna select our header element. So documents, that query, selector, header. Code duplicated. This is gonna be the mobile menu. So header, nav items, to the menu icon. Header mobile. And to the trash code, create the kind of called trash code. This will be used to keep track of how far we want to scroll before we add a background color to it. So we set it to be 100, so 100 pixels. Now we're gonna work on this first. So down here, create a menu icon, add event listener, and listen to click. Then we're gonna run function. So all we want to do is grab a mobile menu and toggle the class active. Save this. Now it won't work. The reason why we had to call the function. So navigation, call it, save it. Now let's try. As you can see. Now let's work on the scrolling. Now the scrolling won't do anything because we don't have any other content. But we're still gonna work on it right now. So we're gonna say window, add event listener, scroll. I say the event. So we're gonna get the amount that we scroll. So I can create a constant called scroll amount. Close window, the scroll y. And say now if we scroll more than a threshold, then we need add our class active to us to again change the color. Or if we scroll less than the threshold with 100 pixels, we need to remove the class. So I'm going to use a ternary operator to do everything all at once. The if and else statement. So it says scroll amount greater or equal to the threshold, question mark, header, your class list. Now add active to it. Else header class list. When I remove the active class, save it. Now nothing will have happened here because we don't have enough content. But if I go to the my CSS and add for the body right here, you go up, set the height to be 2000 pixel. You guys scroll bar. When I saw scroll, I can see. Yeah, I did a border. That's a little border right here. You remove it. See, and we stretch out to be just screen. You can see also. Remove it. Add remove. Add. So that's it for the header. Now the next section is our hero section. So let's go back to the HTML. We'll collapse the header and then let's get started on the hero section. So create a section tag with the class hero, and inside the hero section I will create a div with the class called hero contents. Inside I'll create my container. Inside of the container, create a row because it's gonna be 6 column. It will be stress this one. As you can see, it's 1 column right here in the middle. Once we get to the bigger screen, it's a half. So I'll bring this one back. So my row right here, inside the row, with the call that's sys, and I set a heading one, and I say we bring your ideas to life. I can see this one is this purple color. So we're gonna wrap it in a span element with a class accents. And put the web creativity. And after that, go down here, create the anchor element of my button with the class button. And we say request a demo. I save this, come right here, we get it right here. Now we're gonna style that. So we go to our CSS. And first we're gonna take care of our grade right here because we have this row in our sys column. So our container is set. So we go down here, start our row. I set a margin, left and right, left to negative 1.5 rem, and margin right also. I save it, say push it. Now we're going to work on the column itself, because this went above the container, outside the container. So we're going to add some padding to the columns so it stay right at the container. So I say the row, then I say the class asterisk. What this does, you can grab any element with a class called either at the beginning or the end or in between that's inside of the row. I set width and smaller devices, just one count to be 100%, and a max width to be 100% also. Set the padding left and right to be 1.5 rem. That's why we set a margin left and right here to be negative. So I save this one now. See, now it's a back right here. And I want to add the margin to the bottom to all the column and the smaller devices except for the last one. So I'm going to grab this one again. Come down here. Paste it. Now say not the last of that. Say margin bottom to be 1.5 gram. Save it. Now onto the hero. Now I'm gonna start the hero on smaller devices. So I scroll down the way after the header right here. My hero section right here. Use hero. First I display it to be flex. A line item to be centered. The padding. Top and bottom 15 rem. Left and right to be 0. Overflow to be hidden. save it. As you can see, it's taking shape now. As a background image, main URL, go to my image folder. I'm going to choose hero.jpg. Save it. We get this one. The background size to be covered. It's a background position to be left, center. As a position to be relative. I save this. And we get the reason why I set position to be relative, because as you can see this button right here, we had a 3D and a hover, but we don't have it right here because we set the Z index for this 3D to be -1. So I set this hero the entire session to be relative, so I can set the Z index here to be 1. If I save this one now, we get a 3D effect as well for this button. So that's the hero right there. And then down here, I'll select the hero contents. Set a width to be 100% and a text and line to be center. Save it. And we get this. Now we're gonna start heading 1. Hero content H1. Set a margin bottom to be 2 rem and a color to be the global BG color. Save it. Now I'm gonna start with this side right here. As you can see, is the purple color. So I'll go down right here and grab this one. Says span accents. The color with a primary color. Save it. Now this color. Now want to style the row again, like somewhere right here. I wanted to display flex. Start displaying flex. So if I go down here, after this one, I set the row, display flex, and a flex wrap to be wrap. Save it. Nothing will happen here. Go we set this one to be center. And get a row and remove the margin from all of them. The margin bottom from all of them. So say row. And this one still remain the same right here. You can see it's just still one count right here. So but once we get right here, it's 6 count. So half and half. But by default, if you take a look right here, these are 6 half and half. So let's start that right now. So right here, I do my row call SASS to be flex 0 0, and the basis use the calc function to 100% times 6 divided by 12 with the 12 grade column. Save it. Now you can see now it's a half and half. Now set a mask width to be this as well. Save it. Now, but this one we don't want it to be half. We still want it to be stressed 100%. So down here with the hero, we're gonna change it. So I say hero the row the call SASS. All I want to do is just grab this one and just gonna be 100%, 0 0 100%, and this also 100%. Save it. See 100% right here. Now when we start, as you can see right here, now you just half and half. So let's do that for this one. So we go all the way to the right here, and first I want to start the hero to be on 100. As you can see, to the full screen. Just say hero. First I remove the padding to be 0. The height to be 100 people height. Save it. Now we get this. Now set again the hero, the row, the call SASS. Now say flex. Then yep, I have a page already. Now I say now I'm going to remove the text inline center to be text inline left. And that's the hero contents. So text online left. Now we get this. So that's the hero session. Now the next session is the services right here. As you can see, we had this column this side with this image, and this side also. And this how we want to use CSS gray to position this decoration and everything. So we're going to CSS gray and flex packs for this section. So moving on. Okay, now services session. So I'm gonna collapse this one and we move. Okay, this also serves a session type with a class called service. Service maybe. And down here, do my container. Get the container, create my row. And this one I will give it an extra class called justify and I will explain to you why I'm adding that class when we get to styling. And create my column, column right here. And this column will hold all of this. So down here, now we have this line, this text, the title, and the description right here. So I will create the container that we wrap around all of this, called service grade. And I will create my decoration. Because we will use CSS grade to lay out this one. That's why I call it service grade. And then here I'll create my service details, which will hold our title and description. So I'll create heading 3. I'll call it our service title. I'll call it web development. And I will create my service description. I create paragraph alone 12. Save this. This is all we get. Now we're gonna create for the total of 1, 2, 4. So just gonna copy. Okay, there's a slight mistake. So after the column 8, we need to put our service content right here. And inside service content, now we're gonna create another row. And this one, we're gonna create a sys column that will hold each one of these. So call that sys. And inside each of the column, that's when the service grade will go in. So I'm gonna just copy this one, cut, and paste it right here. Save it. You still get this. Now I'm just going to copy from our column 6 for everything included, and I paste it down here for other one. And the second one, going mobile app development. Third one, with brand identity. And the last one is going to be marketing. Now save this. And we get this session. So on to the styling. So I went to my CSS. Come to source right here. And here I select my service class, give it the padding, down bottom to 6 rem, left and right 0. Save this. So I'm going to copy this one out here, all the way right here. Yep. Save this. Now we had our pattern. After that one, now I will justify. And the reason why I said it like that, if we take a look at the finished projects, again, this is the 8th column. we had a picture on the left and this one on the right. So I want to set the one to be justified content flex end, so I can push the column to the end, and so we can have the image to the left without have to create a for column for this one. That's why I set it such way. So from here, I just want to justify say justify columns flex and save it. Nothing will happen here, but if we stretch it, as soon as we put the image and style the column 8, it will push to the right here. Right now we have not started column 8 here, just column 6. So we're gonna start the column shortly, but first let's take on the mobile size by creating this decoration, everything. So after the justify end, we come down here, start our service heading 3, I set margin bottom to be 1 rem. Set a service grade, set a display to be grade, and set a gap to be 1.2 rem. Okay, now for this one, how many column? We need 2 column, one for this one and the second one for this side. So I will set a grade template column. The first one will be 5 rem, and the second column 1 effort, 1 fraction units. So if I save this one, you can see there's a space right here for the line decoration. So let's start the decoration right now. To service decoration, first I will set width to be 100%, height to be 0.2 rem, set a background color to be my primary, and a margin tab to be 1.2 rem. Let's save this. We get the line right there, and that's it for the mobile. You take a look right here. Now once we get to this side, it's a 2 by 2, and it's taking shape already, 2 by 2. Now we need to put the image like right here and put this one this side. So let's do that right now. But first, let's get quick. We take a look right here. There's no margin at the bottom for this one. So let's do it. And make sure since we don't want to push this one to the right, the flex to be in. And make sure that the flex start always remain like a star right here. So somewhere right here. Yep. So we add some margin to the bottom for this one. So if I go down to right here under my services, I set a service in that row. Now I should have second column, this one. Say class child 2 and set a margin value to be 1.5 gram. Save it. Now it adds some margin to the bottom. And we set our justify to be flex. No, not flex, justify contents. Flex starts. And we go to our next break point right here, and we just set our justify to be flex and now when we stress it, now we start putting the image right here. Now we can see the flex 8 count 8 is this side right here, and the picture right here. We copy this, just preserve right here. So services, so we get the same thing. So background image URL, images service pg, and that's not the image I'm looking for. So give me 1 second. This the one looks service pg. So got this one. Now background size, it's gonna be cover. Background position, gonna be top center, and background repeats, be no repeats. After padding 15 gram, top and bottom and 0 left and right. Save this, we get this. So this is our services section. Also you can see the navigation is working. So that's our service section. Next section, portfolio. So go back to my here, collapse this one, and then I'm gonna start working on the portfolio section. Okay, moving on to the portfolio section. I will create a section type portfolio class and extra class cost section. Inside here, I will create my section heading. And inside the section heading, I create H2 with the content our work. After that, I will create the faded text. So this is what creating at this section right here, our work, and this also. So I give it a class called faded text, and here I put our portfolio. I save it, we get it right here, And afterwards, I'll create a section contents. Inside here, I'll create my row. This is column. Now create my portfolio code. You can see right here. We had the image, the name, this subheading, and the button right here. So I'll create the class code, also code portfolio. Inside here, I'll create a div with a code header. Inside here, I'll create my image. And we look for go to the images folder. Therefore, I'll use this one and give it a class called img. And after this one, create a code body. Inside here, create a contents class. Is a h3, a name, and a subtitle. To some brand, web, and mobile. After this, the contents come down here. Now create my anchor element for the class of button. And this also we had a button block class. So you can stretch 100% of the width. So I say view case study. And I had to move all of this inside the code class right here. So over here. Save it. We get this right here. Okay. So that's the first one. I total of 4 of them. So I'm just gonna copy this one and paste the second one. Yeah, we're just gonna leave the rest. So change the images. So we have the rest right here. That's it for the portfolio. Now I'm going to move to the CSS and start it. So as you can see in here, we have this the heading, and have this faded text right here for the portfolio. So we're gonna be using this one throughout the website. You can see right here. So we're gonna start it real quickly. So I'm gonna scroll to my all the way to my typography section, somewhere right here. First, I'm gonna the session class and give it the default padding of 8 gram, top and bottom, and 0 left and right. Save it. Now we get this right here. Now the session content. The session content wrap around this element right here, because we want to set this to be position absolute and z index to be -1, so you can see behind this. So we need to bring this one up. So for that, I will set a position here to be relative and a z index to be 1. And down here, another session heading, this one, session heading. This also will be position relative, text inline, the center, bottom margin, so margin bottom, with 5 rem. Save it. We get this. Now we need to do the faded text, this one. So I go down here, say section heading, faded text, font size to be 6 rem, font weight to be my bold font weight, the color, say RGBA 0 0 0 and 0.1. So we get this. Now set a position to be absolute, the bottom to be -9 rem, and left to be 50%, and transform, translate x to be -50%. Save it. Now we get this. Now start styling the code. Go down here, scroll all the way to my portfolio section right here. See portfolio, grab the portfolio class, give it the background color. I'm gonna use my gray color. Save it. So we get this color right here. Say the portfolio and section contents. Maybe overflow, heading, border 0. Save it. Now we add some space to this, to the code itself. As you can see right here, we do have some space right here. So how to do is set the portfolio, choose the column, so the row, to the first and the second one, first child and the second one. Say margin bottom 1.5 rem. Save it. Nothing will happen here, but when we get a larger screen, see it added margin right here. Now we're gonna start our code itself. So I will go down here, put little comments, say code. select my card class, say background color in global beauty color. Then we do the border radius here. The border radius to be 0.6 round. Position be relative, and the overflow to be hidden. Save it. Now you can see. Now my card header. Say height 40 round. Overflow be hidden also. I do the card header into the image side of it, and this one I said just set the height and the width to 100%. Save it. Now we get this. Now you can see. And down here to the content, card body content. And this will be padding 2.5 gram. So we get this. Now we're gonna add the animation right here. You can see. Now zoom in. So I will do card header. No, not card header. First we're gonna hover over the card, and then we're gonna choose the card image instead of card header. The animation, we're gonna be panning 3 second, linear, alternate, and infinite. I save this. Come all the way down here so we can create the animation, the keyframe. So panning. Say 100%. Say transform. Scale 1.1. Save it. So we cover it, as you can see. Come back and forth. Alternating. So that's it for the animation. And take right here, this one have this social media right here. They have different class for this session. So we're gonna start that right now. So if I go back to my code right here, after the animation, this one had a class called backdrop. Set the background color to be the primary color. The display reflects justify content to be center, and the align item to be center. Set the padding to be 0.6 gram polygon. Save it. Nothing happens here. But if we start stress this one out, we want to change stuff up a little bit. You can see this looks fine. As you can see right here, everything is straight to the bottom, push to the bottom right here. So we go I will go all the way to my last media query, which is this one, and it's a portfolio right here. I just hit a card portfolio. I said display, maybe flex. If I go back here, this our work right here. So once we're side by side, see this, we get this. Okay, so it's a airline item to be flexing, save it. So push to the bottom right here. Now the header, code portfolio, in the code header. Set the flex 2.2. I will make this one a bit smaller. So I copy this one, duplicate it, and this one be the body, called body, and this will be 1.5. And I forgot to do it in HTML. If you take a look right here, these are the image on the left, it has the image on the right. So I'm going to add the class called flip, and I'm going to realign them. So instead of the CSS here, I'm just going to write the code real quickly so I can flip them. So called portfolio, called flip, and this we have order of -1. So if I go back here, for this one, the last two, so I say called dash flip, and same thing for the last one as well. I save it. Right. Now you can see. So if I stress it out, this is the final result, as you can see right here. And I want to increase the font size for this one a little bit more. So in that section heading, created this my CSS right here. And this will be font size be 22 RAM, and bottom -22 RAM. Save it, and we get this. Okay, so that's it for the portfolio session. And the next session is the team session right here. Okay, so we're gonna work on that team session right now. So go back to the HTML. I'll collapse this one. Actually, I'm gonna copy this one and paste it right here. Close this one. And this will be team, other team. And put the container right here. And make sure I cut down here, duplicate just one of these. And for our title right here, it's gonna be SN people. and the faded text will be team. Save it. We get this. Okay, for now for this one, we want 4 column, 3 column each, so we have to draw 4 column. So in here, instead of 6, it's gonna be 3. Save it. We get this because we didn't have any CSS for the 3 column yet. I'm gonna make this one small. So that right here. Yep. Now we saw adding the HTML for the team. So this one will be called portfolio, gonna call team. And for the header right here, coming team 1. And for the H3, and we don't need this one. So make sure I delete one. Save this. And the name will be and here gonna be CEO and founder. I'm gonna delete this one. And after this, the code backdrop. So code, we should put the social media. So here's team, social. And we need to do a form. So say I plus Facebook. And the second one will be Twitter, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Medium. Now copy all of this whole code for the next one. I save it and get out of this. Now something. Okay. Go back to my CSS and first and get a code, add some border around here so you can see because the background color is the same as the body background color. So code I say border 0.1 gram solid. So great color. Save it. Now we get this. Now we need to start our team social. So right here, choose my team social. I said display reflects justify contents to be center and gap to be one line. Save it. Now we get this. Now we change the color of it. So say team social to the I the color to be the global region. Okay, there's a mistake. This is not supposed to be divs, but instead the I element. I seen somebody put div here. Just come down here, say it. Now it works. So that's it for this session. Under mobile devices, when we stretch that out, you can see it remain one. But we need to be 2 on this screen and then 4 right here. So let's work on this screen. So I come down here to this one and say team right here. I set a team, arrow, I call -3. After we do it for the blog also. You could go the same for the blog. You take it over here too also. So take care of that also at the same time right here. So arrow, I call -3. For this one, just copy this real quickly, then change the number. And this one says then we get something like this. And that's a mistake. I put everything this coming through right here. So I'm gonna take them out. Put that right here. If I say this now, it should work fine. Now, yep, everything is showing. Now we need to put some space right here. So I'll go back here. Now we select one of these. The nth child. Just judge to the second one. The margin bottom to be 1.5 RAM. Save it. So we get it right here. Now on the bigger screen, we need to be 4. Also this one. So come down here. I will copy this one. We're gonna be just the same thing. Copy it, come them all the way right here to my team session. I paste it. And this one will just be 3 instead of 6, 3. So take a look. Now get this one. Now we need to remove the margin from the bottom. So I'm just gonna paste the same thing I copy, and this one is gonna be margin 0. Save it. Nothing changed, but that's the end of this session. So we have the hero or the header, hero, services, portfolio, their team. Now the next session is the blog session. I did that one, the contact section. So let's work on that right now. So I'll go back to my HTML right here. I will collapse this one and go to my blog. Okay, we start using the section elements, class called blog, and additional class section. And I'm going to create my session content class. Inside here, I'll create my session heading. And H2. So we say fresh article. And my faded text. Let's say blog. Save this. We get it right here. Now down here, create my row. Use my 3 column. Right here, create my code class, my code header. The image with the class called img. And our source attribute will be, I'm going to my images folder and choose post 1. And after the code header, go to the code body. Create my contents. At the title, using a heading 3 at the class called title. And the paragraph elements, Celorum, the put 20. And after the body, I will go down here, create my code backtrap. And we hold the button. So button and button block. And the test content will be read for article. I save this. You get it right there. And everything is already looking nice already. So that's the first one. Just want to duplicate this one 3 more times. So we have to do 4. So 1, 2, 3. So this is our first one. Save it. We get this already. Now when we move it to a bigger screen, it remains this, which is fine. But here in the friend project, you see there's no space between, everything just together like this. So we're gonna remove the padding and the margin. So no. When we get to here, let me make this one small. For our blog right here, all we have to do is just select the blog and select the row, and we'll remove the margin, margin first. So margin, because we have margin left and right of negative 1.5. So on this, now I'm going to remove the padding for each column. So I'm just going to duplicate this one, and I say call dash 3, and I say padding also is 0. Save it. Now it's touching. So if we stretch it out, that's what it is. You can see the reason why you see a little bit of space here is because of the border. Okay, so that's for the blog. Now the next section is the contacts and the footer. So let's do that right. So go back to my HTML right here. I will close all of this. So go to contact. So we get the section for the class contact, and also class section. Inside here, we create a container. Section heading. H2. That's the work with us. Our faded test with contacts. And now here we can create here we can create our form, the class contact form. And we're gonna get rid of the action, and inside here we're gonna create class called flex. Inside here we're gonna create our form group class. And I'm going to create a label, and the form going to be named. I'm going to class form label. Say your name. Input for the class called form input. With ID name. And then I'm going to duplicate this one and see instead of the flex. And this one could be for email. And this will be email. Then I'm going to duplicate this whole flex class right here, down here. And this going to be phone. Let's say phone number. And we're going to have subject. And this one, go back to text. And after this one, just want to copy one of this from group, come down here, and create our text area. So label will be for message. See your message. And this won't be the test area. We don't need any of these. The ID will be message. And then after this, go down here. Now create a button, our submit button. We type submit with the class button. And when we send your message, save it, we get all of this. So let's go into styling. So go to the CSS. Before we go styling, let's just do the folder real quickly. Very simple. So I create my folder element. Inside here, create my container. And then H3. And as I said, thank you. Save it. Now let's style all of this. So we come to here, contact. So first thing, it's my contact form. I set the position to be relative. The Z index to be 2. So you can see on top of this, I say width to be 100%, and then margin tab with 10 rem. So I can push it down a little bit. After this one, another form group. I say width 100%, and the margin bottom to be 2 rem. Now I'm going to style the label input in a test area. So let's say form, label, form, input, text area. Set display to be block. By default, it's display inline. Set width be 100%, and then the font family to be the font family. Save it. As you can see, I'm gonna start off form label by itself. Set text transform uppercase, font size to be 1.2 rem, font family to be font with regular, margin bottom be 0.6 rem. Save it, and we get this. Now go down here, say the form input and test area. Say the padding be 2 rem, border be 0.2 rem, solid transparent. Set border radius 0.6. Set our background color to be the gray color. And set transition to be for our border color. Save this. We get this. Now I'm gonna add the hover in focus state for them. Now first I'm going to make this a little bit bigger and remove this resizing option right here. So text area, I will set the height be 12 round and resize to be none. So we get this. Now the hover and a focus. So I'm just copy this side right here. Paste it right here. Take hover. Hover. I'm going to duplicate them again. This time we're focus. So I just want to change the border color. It's going to be the primary dark. Save it. Now you can see. Now let's start the folder and then we're going to start this one logic devices. So it can be side by side like this. So while I do the folder real quickly, that's very simple. So I choose my folder elements. I set text line, be centered, padding to be 4 RAM, and the background color to be the gray color. Save it. You get this. As you can see. It's supposed to say thank you for watching. Okay, thank you for watching. Now let's do the open app. That's why here we give it the flex class. So down here, all we got to go do, just come down here, go to the contacts and say flex display flex and put a gap of 2 RAM. So we get this, as you can see. And that's it. Yeah, and then we had a button right here. So that's the end of the project. So that's it. So we have the logo, the menu item right here, the button, the 3D effects. I will scroll, it change the background color. The button also stay right here. And then we have the image on the left and the services on the right. That is nice, cool animation and hover for the portfolio. That is team session, the blog session, and the contact session. Also is responsive. So I right click and choose the sponsor account. As you can see, everything looks nice. So that's it for the this week tutorial. Thank you for watching. If I haven't not already done, I appreciate if you like, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification icon so you won't miss my tutorial. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, have a great one. Bye.